All right, welcome to the Endzone. Bobby Deren, Sam Hellman. We're here at the Meadowlands after Rutgers' 23-20 overtime victory versus Army. Sam, what'd you think? Not a very pretty win.
It was a real sloppy game. It was real ugly, but I think that you saw Rutgers really start to take advantage of Army's mistakes. They didn't really execute out of the triple option today with some two pretty bad turnovers in the second half, and I think that became the difference, especially when you went into overtime.
Okay, 4-2 on the year, but kind of overshadowing the win was the ugly injury to Eric LeGrand. I mean, after the game, the players are visibly upset. Let's hear what Greg Schiano had to say in his press conference following the game.
Okay, guys, let me start with Eric LeGrand. He's been taken to Hackensack Medical Center, and if I could just ask you, I know it's your job, but if we could respect his family and his privacy right now. It would mean a lot to me and to his family. As soon as it's appropriate, I will get word to you. I promise you, I'll get that through Jay, and we'll get that. We'll get that to you.
Are you going over there?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going there right now, actually. So if we could move through this, I can give you everything in a nutshell if you want, and then you can ask some questions.
Like I said, the players obviously upset. Sam, what did you get when you were talking to the players?
Well, I mean, it was really just a mix of prayers for Eric and talking about how tough it was to move on from that injury. Antonio Lowry talked a lot about that. He had 19 tackles in the game, so he moved on, but it said it took him a couple plays to really get back in there and be ready to fight.
Let's hear what Antonio had to say following the game.
It was hard because, for me, it was hard. It took me like 3 plays to get right back into it, but we had to. We had to fight for him, for us, for the family, so it was hard just going back out there. Everybody had water eyes, so it was kind of hard. You got to get back into it, though, after those 3 plays for me. Yeah, you don't notice it until it happens to one of your family members. To me, it's my brother, so and it's a violent game, very, very violent, and it sucks.
Rutgers really stubbed its toe in the first half quite a few times. The triple option, they just didn't seem to have an answer for it. I mean, it just seemed like they were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I mean, Army got real cute with the triple option, and it worked for a while, but, Rutgers just didn't seem, they try and cover the middle of the field, and they'd go outside. They try and stop the outside and go up the middle, and it really worked for Army in the first half.
Well, they held them scoreless in the second half. Charlie Noonan talked about the differences and what they were doing. Let's hear his thoughts.
I mean, we continue to play our defense. I mean, there was like 1 or 2 adjustments, but I mean, we just the main thing is that you have to continue to play your defense, because once you start overcompensating is when they make you pay. You know what I mean? Because if you make a mistake on one play, then you try and overcompensate, and that's when they gash you in your normal assignment.
Second week in a row, Chase Dodd leaves them to a fourth quarter comeback and a win. What did you see from Chase Dodd today, Sam?
I think the most impressive thing you saw from Chase is how he just hung in there. He got beat up, 8 sacks, but he nearly never let it bother him. Threw 2 touchdown passes, 250 yards, and that interception wasn't his fault on the Hail Mary. I think that Chase looked good yet again, and even if Tom's 100%, you have no reason not to start Dodd against Pittsburgh next week.
I think you're absolutely right, and Chase talked a little bit about the game. Let's hear some of his thoughts on today's action.
Yeah, I think it's just the same thing, staying focused and, knowing what you have to do and go out there and lead the team, and that's what I try and do, and I feel that I'm doing pretty good at it. Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about staying focused and keep chopping and just keep working hard, and I think that's what we did tonight, when other people might have thought there were many chances when we could have just laid down and gave the game up, but we stay focused, and they're just totally different with the whole concepts and everything that they do. Just a different defense and obviously a different offense. It's just something to get used to, and I feel like this whole week of practice we really did that. I felt good with my calls and everything, and we had a few breakdowns, but overall I felt like we did a pretty good job.
The sacks, were they protection?
Okay, that's going to about do it. Another edition of the Endzone. Bobby Deren, Sam Hellman. Like we talked about earlier, Eric LeGrand, just a great kid. I mean, had the privilege of knowing him since he signed at Rutgers and Colonia High School and following, and it's just a great kid you root for. And it's horrible just to see something like that to happen to him. So our prayers are with him and his family. So Sam Hellman, Bobby Deren, a somber edition of the Endzone. We'll see you next week.